Good morning. Today is the day of our full day fast, day 6. So, how was your one meal yesterday? For me and Dawn, we kind of had two meals, half an hour apart, and I may have gotten too full last night, but I think I feel fine this morning. I'll be heading to Pilates this morning too, but I think I'll be fine since my fast hasn't been too long yet. So, how did you all feel during your fast yesterday? Was it difficult? Did you find it easier than you thought, or was it where did you find any challenges? Was it tough? Either way, just keep in mind that you are learning something about yourself that you can take for the next time you go fasting. So today, I'll just do a little bit of a review and talk more through our fasting journey together. So one thing that we had discussed is about not feeling guilty about the physical benefits of fasting. Like whether or not it's a goal, there are benefits like losing weight, having better skin, energy, and more. And the more times you go fasting, if you decide to make it like a regular thing to do, like every few weeks or so, or every week even, we have those benefits. So and we shouldn't feel guilty about the physical benefits of it. Our body is God's temple, and in Romans 12:1 it talks about offering our bodies as a living sacrifice, which is a form of worship. This verse has been with me for a long time, and I've always seen it as a command to keep our bodies clean and healthy. There's a concept that came to me sometime in the last couple of years, but it's something that I'm still figuring out. So if this doesn't sit with you, feel free to throw it out. If it does, I invite you to sit on it with me and think about it. So we are created in the image and likeness of God, right? That we agree about. Our God is a triune God, and the Holy Trinity it's going to remain a mystery until we see Him with our eyes. But if we are in His likeness, we are made in His likeness, could it be that we are kind of triune too? I was thinking mind, body, spirit are three in one. We create and command from our minds. Our spirit is our connection to the Holy Spirit, and our body is the vessel by which we are able to inhabit the earth, like Jesus. So I just thought I'd put that out there. I'm not sure if it's related to fasting or anything, but I just wanted to share it out. So thank you for being my audience on that. But when we had that theology of the body conference last year, I think a lot of you attended that too, if you remember. I was encouraged when I heard Bill Donahue. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his last name right, but he talked about similar things. He talked about how Christians tend to make things too spiritual. He said the physical and the spiritual are actually connected, and we shouldn't dismiss the body to get to the spirit, because we do not have a body, we are a body. And we cannot get to the supernatural by skipping the natural. So our body and spirit, they're really connected. We need to take care of both of it. And that includes our mind too, right? And that's why I like what Annie said in our discussion during the Zoom call, that fasting is self-mastery and it develops discipline. It's about mastering our body. So if we are giving in to urges, are we, think about it, are we really in control of ourselves? I know someone, kilala nyo, who jokes, I can stop eating when I want to, I just don't want to. Nakakatawa. But it also displays the confusion that in reality we all have about what control really is. God takes care of us. He sets the path before us, and He works through us. He does a lot of things for us. But one thing that He doesn't do is He doesn't control us. It takes an action from us to step into the path. and to choose it and be willing. So to meet him, we have to be doing something. We have a part to do, and we don't just wait for things to happen. Right, so today's going to be a real challenge for us. Imagine 40 plus hours of fasting. As far as I'm aware, none of us have done this before. I mean, I've done it, but it's the first time for many of us. And when I did this the first time, it's during that challenge. And what my health coach mentor said during the challenge was that this day, it's going to be like our hike up the mountain. It can be hard. We will face challenges. We will be tempted to quit. But the darkest hour is the one that's before dawn. So, and think about it, like the pains that we're going to be getting, like the challenges that we'll see. It's like gestation pains. It's like birthing pains. There is growth on the other side, and new things are gonna come. So expect that, because like in birthing pains, after the pains comes good things. And when we turn to God above the discomfort, that's when God really shows up. So tomorrow, that's when we'll see the other side of the mountain. So expect good things when you wake up tomorrow. Now, one of our navigation systems are our emotions. So keep doing the exercise I mentioned yesterday, because new emotions may come up today too. Keep talking to God about these emotions, and think about it. Reflect on what are these emotions trying to tell you. So do that in prayer throughout the day. When the Bible talks about fasting and praying, that doesn't mean you have to be on your knees with your eyes closed in a quiet room all day. You can talk to Jesus all day while you work and in whatever you're doing throughout the day. And it's a good practice, like to just see Jesus right beside you, and talking to him throughout the day. But it does help to take those few minutes to breathe and step away from the busyness and talk to God. Let me read from Matthew 9, chapter 9, verse 14 to 17. Then John's disciples came and asked him, "How is that we and the Pharisees fast often, but your disciples do not fast?" Jesus answered, "How can the guests of the bridegroom mourn while he is with them? The time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them. Then they will fast. No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment, for the patch will pull away from the garment, making the tear worse. Neither do people pour new wine into old wineskins. If they do, the skins will burst. The wine will run out, and the wineskins will be ruined. No, they pour new wine into new wineskins, and both are preserved." I think there was another verse in there I wanted to read. Alright, no, it wasn't in there. But there's another version. Let me see. I just wanted to go through. I think that wasn't the version that I wanted to look at. That was in Luke. I apologize for that. But it was about the old wineskins and the new wineskins, and then I think at the end, I think that was in Luke. Maybe I have the wrong passage, but at the end of it, it was also talking about. It seemed like people don't really want the new wine; they want the old wine. And actually, when I was reading this, I was hesitant to talk about it because I couldn't understand really ano ba yung old wineskin, new wineskin, and how does it really relate to fasting? Why did Jesus talk about that? And whether that was about fasting, or was that about like fasting itself, or was it about the practice of fasting um, at certain times, like how the disciples of John and the Pharisees did it? But to me, when I just sat with this, I read it yesterday, and I was thinking when it could also probably refer to like when we fast, we clean out our bodies, and it's like our bodies are renewed, and then we're ready to take on like new things that Jesus has for us, like maybe new assignments, new revelations, new things to learn, and we have to renew ourselves to be able to receive that. And that's the thing that came to me yesterday. It may not be what this verse is about, but that's I like when you read the Bible, sometimes it speaks to you in different ways, like depending on like what God's message is for you at that time, right? So that's what came to me yesterday. Just wanted to share that too. So I think that was it, and I just have a few more reminders. No, just one more reminder because I just wanted to uh, say again, hydrate, because this is the day that you really need your hydration and your electrolytes. So keep your pink salt handy, measure your water, okay? And yeah, just stay hydrated today. Tomorrow, I just wanted to get you prepared for that too. I leave it up to you on when you want to break your fast. I say target at least 40 hours from yesterday when you stopped eating. But it's up to you. I plan to fast until just before the Seder meal. I might have some bone broth and put some butter in it before the Seder meal. But plan for it. Suggestions. I'm going to give suggestions on how to break the fast. Take it easy. Don't shock your stomach. All right. Also remember that part of what you're going to eat when you break your fast will be the first thing that gets stored in your body, and it will fill up that space that was just cleaned out. So you want it to be good stuff. Yes, you will be having cravings. You will want to eat that that cookie or that cake or that kakanin, or that Mediterranean bread. That one's my weakness. Yeah, all that good food that was sitting in your fridge that you didn't get to eat all week, you will want to eat all of it. So come into it with a plan. Before you break your fast, lay out your plan on what you're going to start with to eat. So my suggestion is drink some bone broth. You can add a tablespoon of butter in there in the bone broth. That tastes really good, like grass-fed butter and bone broth. It's so good. And then so drink a cup of that, and then wait 30 minutes, pray pa some more, and then maybe eat like eggs or veggies, any healthy simple foods. You can start with that just a little bit, and then just see how you feel before you start eating normally again. So I end with that. God bless your Friday. It's a good Friday today, and we can spend our day in prayer. So good morning and have a great day. God bless you.